a ferry boat between India and Sri Lanka. The Indo-Ceylon Express, which operated between Chennai and Colombo via Tuticorin port, was suspended in 1982 due to the civil war in Sri Lanka. Before the Sri Lankan Civil War, it was one of the most successful ferry services between Rameswaram and Thalaimannar in Sri Lanka. Those from Chennai had to catch the boat mail express at Egmore railway station to Rameswaram junction and then board the ferry to Thalaimannar, which took about 2 hours to reach its destination. Mr. Chidambaram Pillai was nicknamed the Tamil Helmsman because he was at the helm of a native ship service from Tuticorin to Colombo in what was then Ceylon. VOC's history pans from his courage to question authority and by implementing the will of the people. He had challenged the British monopoly by forming his own shipping company in the field of cargo shipping. Chidambaram Pillai was born on 5th September 1872. Having completed his education, he acquired knowledge of the English language. After passing the law examination, he established close ties with the stalwarts of the nationalist movement. From the beginning, Chidambaram Pillai's orientation was towards the radical position of the Indian National Congress. Attracted by Bal Gangadhar Tilak's radical ideas and the Swadeshi movement, VOC formed the Swadeshi Steam Navigation Company and went around the country collecting resources to buy ships. At last, a French ship was acquired and the ship service was commissioned to start from Tuticorin to Colombo at a negligible cost. This posed a serious challenge to the British India Steam Navigation Company's international shipping business. Even though the British decided to operate a cheaper service, they could not contain the flow of passengers towards VOC's ships. VOC had already taken the ownership of SS Gallia and SS Lavo. Eventually, the British were able to capture VOC's company, but only after compromising the cost of the travel, making it absolutely free. The story of the destruction of the VOC company is the greatest example of the imperialist policy of monopolizing the market and crushing local business through whatever means available, even if it meant giving away freebies. The charges that VOC had levied for the voyage were a mere half of the 1 rupee British sale. As passengers continued to flock to the VOC company, the first privately owned shipping company in Indian history had to be made a pauper by crooked giveaway tactics. The moment VOC challenged the British India Steam Navigation Company's monopoly in shipping, it was termed anti-national. The British then tried in a number of ways to choke VOC, including stripping him of his legal license on charges of treason. In 1908, the British judiciary sentenced him to a double life sentence, 40 years all, for committing sedition. His shipping company was sealed and the ships were auctioned off. Chidambaram Pillai, who was imprisoned in Coimbatore jail, was transferred to Kannur Central Jail on parole. VOC faced brutal physical torture until his release from prison in December 1912. He was assigned to forced labor, including replacing oxen in an oil mill. By the time VOC was released, he had become chronically ill. Meanwhile, the British government had declared bankruptcy on the heavily indebted Swadeshi Shipping Company. The British did not allow the released VOC to come to Tirunelveli or to his hometown. He had to spend the rest of his life in Madras with his two children. Nevertheless, he was a devoted nationalist for the cause of the freedom struggle and played a significant role in uniting and organizing the fishermen community. On 18th November 1936, at the age of 64, VOC, the pride of the Tamils, died in Tuticorin. Tuticorin, one of the largest ports in the country, is named after VOC. He demonstrated a type of indigenous resistance that bore all the qualities of a healthy business rivalry, except that his competitors were also masters. VOC showcased a strong case of politico-economic resistance to the British Raj, and his long correspondences with Aurobindo, Subramanya Bharati and Gandhi are enough proof of this. Now, on 14th October 2023, the long-awaited ferry service between India and Sri Lanka was green flagged. It is after 4 decades that the regular ferry service is being restarted. The journey will involve 3 hours of sailing under favorable conditions. The vessel is named Chiriyapani and it can accommodate 150 passengers. Each passenger is allowed to carry luggage of up to 40 kg included in the ticket. The one-way ticket cost about rupees 7,670 inclusive of taxes. The service presents an opportunity to travel between India and Sri Lanka at a low cost. Thank you very much. Mr. Chidambaram Pillai was nicknamed the Tamil Helmsman because he was at the helm of a native ship service from Tuticorin to Colombo. Helmsman means a person who steers a ship or boat. VOC's history pans from his courage to question authority. Pans, P-A-N-S, pans means come out. From the beginning, Chidambaram Pillai's orientation was towards the radical position of the Indian National Congress. Orientation, O-R-I-E-N-T-A-T-I-O-N, orientation means the particular things that a person prefers, believes, thinks or usually does. Thank you very much.